Alright guys, I got this Saturn here. I want to show you a belt, squeaking belt, squealing belt. So every time the customer turns on the car in the morning, puts the AC on, or in the afternoon, especially with the AC, it squeaks. Let me show you the belt, and then we're gonna fix the issue. So let me just put this up before I destroy anything. Alright, so you should change your belt if your belt looks cracked up like this one. The camera might not see it, but it's right in the center. There's a crack right in the center. You can see it more here. Right there, there's a crack. It's hard to see, but let's go down. Check this out. Look at that. The belt gotta go. Definitely gotta go. And we're gonna replace it. So a job like this, the belt is like 40-50 bucks max. Good belt. Labor 60 bucks if you go to a mechanic. So you should be able to get this job done by 110 bucks. Worst come to worst, 130 bucks, but no more than that. It has to be less than that or that price. But it's very simple. We're gonna go up in the air and we're gonna replace this belt. Before you replace the belt, make sure you draw up the diagram, or like this car has its own diagram here. So we got the AC here, and we got the AC here. We got the tension, or not the idler pulley, then we got the power steering, just like that. We got power. So this is made for me, and some cars don't have it. So take a little pen and a paper, draw it up, and we're gonna go down below, and we're gonna yank the tensioner from down below, or we could do it from up here, but I think it'd be more easier from down below. It's all up to you, from down here or up there, and let's give it a shot. All right, so got a 14mm over here. We might not have to lift the car up, but right from here you couldn't reach. This is a Saturn right there. You see that? I'm able to pull the tensioner down, and we should be able to take off the, so like this would tell you right there where the tensioner is. So I'm gonna get the belt off, then I'm gonna guide it, and we're gonna put a new belt on. So pretty much, okay, so I showed you the tensioner. It's hard for the camera to go down this, so all you do is yank the tensioner, and you should be able to take off the belt, remove your wrench, and now I'm gonna take the camera out of here so you can see me pull off the whole belt. Just make sure you have the correct routing, and if you lose a routing, you can always Google it. And after that, remove your belt. Guiding is gonna be a little bit tough, but there you go. Look at this belt. The customer said it was squeaking. It's gotta go. All right, so here's our old belt, and this is a Saturn. Here's our new belt, and you should check your belt if it's squeaking, change it. But to change this belt, you see you're gonna have these little loops, so just try to fix them up. You cannot just, don't crack the belt, just try to wiggle it like that, the opposite direction, and it should straighten up. You don't want to pinch it, you don't want to put a cut, you'll damage the belt. Same thing here. And then you also want to, before you put on the belt, match it, okay? Make sure it's the same length like I'm doing here. Take it all the way across, just like that, and it should be the same length. So that looks good. One more time. So once it's nice and smooth, we're gonna put this belt on. I'm gonna route it using the diagram on the belt, and we'll come back and we'll put on the belt. Should be a simple job. What we're gonna do is simply take this belt, and I'm gonna put it all over and get it in there properly according to this diagram. And then the last step, you'll see me put on the belt. Make sure it sits smoothly on the grooves, and it's not routed wrong, and it's not sitting on the edge like that. Make sure it sits flush here, and same thing on these pulleys, and make sure you get all the pulleys. Okay, so I got this belt on pretty good everywhere, and as you can see in the back. So get the belt on. After that, just like we took it off, and yank the tensioner and slip the belt on. I do want to show you a few points once I'm done, and I'll show you exactly. I'm gonna try to get it off on this AC compressor here, but you could try to slip it on to the power steering pump or the alternator back there. And the alternator, notice it does not look so good on the alternator. I gotta fix it up. All right, job well done. Same thing, we slipped the tensioner and put the belt over here, but you can always slip it onto one of the pulleys that doesn't have any grooves. It worked out for me on the AC compressor. So, but make sure your belt is good, ride it really good. Crank pulley everywhere, okay? You cannot be off anywhere or your belt's gonna get damaged. Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. So next time, if you have a squeak, you might want to look into changing your belt. Sometimes it's not the belt, it could be a tensioner, but if your belt is very old, cracked up, then it's gotta go, okay? One way to test is you can run the car. When it does chick 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 chick, you can spray some WD-40, I'm sorry, not WD-40, Windex. And if the sound changes, goes away, you have clearly pinpointed bad belt.